Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being a viewer. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. I want you to know that you're greatly appreciated and I'm looking forward to giving you this important update on our channel. I can confirm to you that President-elect Biden wants to use FEMA and National Guard to speed up the distribution, everyone, of the vaccine. This is incredible breaking news for our viewers and subscribers. In fact, President-elect Biden is speaking right now about his plans to deal with this pandemic. We listened to him live, and I'm going to give you some important breaking news right now on the Ignition Time channel. So let's just jump right in. Let's let's take a look at comments from President-elect Biden.
We're going to make sure it's done equitably. We're going to make sure there are vaccination centers in communities hit hardest by the pandemic, in Black and Latino communities and rural communities as well. Within the first month of our administration, we're going to deploy mobile clinics, moving from community to community, that will partner with community health centers and local primary care doctors to offer vaccines.
Folks, we are listening to live comments from President-elect Biden talking about the distribution, the plans to use FEMA and the National Guard to distribute the vaccine. In fact, you'll see this on your screen. This was an article that was just released. President-elect Biden is going to deploy FEMA and National Guard to set up COVID vaccine clinics all across the country. Let's listen to live comments right now from the President-elect, and let's listen together.
Disease control, our Public Health Service Commission Corps, our military medical personnel, our first responders. Additionally, we're going to expand the pool of medical professionals, including retired healthcare workers, who can administer the vaccine and to ensure we have enough vaccinators to meet the nation's needs as we ramp this up. And as governor...
Folks, I've been reading some comments in the comment section, and I've seen a lot of comments of our viewers and subscribers saying that President-elect Biden is working very hard. He hasn't even taken office, giving a number of press conferences, sort of essentially going through a number of announcements about what he's going to do, what the plans are. And it seems, and again, I've read comments, okay, so don't blame the messenger, don't freak out. I've read comments saying that after the election, Trump basically checked out mentally. Let me know if you agree or disagree that, Trump was so preoccupied with the elections that he kind of checked out mentally and didn't even discuss anything like major stimulus in such a concerted fashion, or the vaccine distribution plan like Biden is doing. Let me know if you agree with that sequence of comments, because I've read our viewers and subscribers saying that, hey, I think I saw over 200 comments across different videos saying Trump completely checked out mentally after the election. So let me know if you agree with that in the comment section below. I'm curious to hear what you folks think. Let's get back to President-elect Biden's comments.
Shot conveniently show up on a particular time and get it done quickly. The fourth thing we're going to do is we're going to use the full strength of the federal government to ramp up supply of the vaccines. As I said before, we'll use the Defense Production Act to work with private industry to accelerate the making of materials needed to supply and administer the vaccine, from the tubes and syringes to protective equipment. And I've already asked the team, and we have identified the suppliers who are prepared to work with our teams, and we're going to work with their teams. Not someday we're going to go do this. When I say we're going to invoke the Defense Production Act, I said, go out, even though we don't have the authority now, go out and identify those companies that are prepared and will be able to do what we're going to ask.
In case you're just joining us, President-elect Biden is talking about using FEMA and the National Guard. Let me show you this article on your screen. Biden is going to deploy FEMA and the National Guard to set up COVID vaccine clinics across the U.S. Let's listen to live comments from the President-elect.
The vast majority of the vaccines, when they're available, so more people can get vaccinated quickly while still retaining a small reserve for any unseen shortage or delays. But let me be clear. We are not changing the FDA's recommendation and its recommended dosing schedules. We believe it's critical that everyone should get 2 doses within the FDA recommended time frame. So we're not doing away with that availability. Fifth, we will always be honest and transparent about where we stand, both the good news as well as the bad. We're going to make sure state and local officials know how much supply they'll be getting and when they can expect to get it so they can plan. Right now, we're hearing that they can't plan because they don't know how much supply of vaccines they can expect at what time frame. That stops when we're in office. We're also promised to provide regular updates to you, the American people, on our progress and our goals. We will be, I promise you, transparent about the decisions we are making and why we're making the decisions.
Also, I'm seeing a lot of comments saying that it's good that we're getting regular updates, that it's good that we have a transparent approach as opposed to a willy-nilly approach that has been followed so far. Let me know if you agree with that. I'm just quoting the comments. Don't freak out. Don't blame the messenger. But there's been a willy-nilly approach as far as the distribution of the vaccine is concerned. And I can tell you from experience that my mother's 75 years old, and she wants to get it, but she doesn't know how. She doesn't know where. So let me know if you think the approach so far for the distribution has been willy-nilly, and if more transparency and more consistent communication is a good thing, which is what President-elect Biden's talking about here. Guys, whether you take the vaccine or not is not the point. Okay, guys, so whether you take it or not is not the point. I don't care whether you take the vaccine. Nobody cares whether you take the vaccine. You're the only person who cares whether who takes the vaccine. The important part here is it widely available so that enough people who want it can get it, thereby improving our economic recovery. So this isn't about whether you take the vaccine or not. So don't freak out there. This is about the widespread distribution and the coordinated distribution of the vaccine. So let's get back to President-elect Biden's comments.
It's a critical piece to account for a tragic reality of the disproportionate impact this virus has had on Black, Latinos, and Native American people who are being infected about 4 times the rate of white Americans and dying at nearly 3 times the rate of white Americans. This is unacceptable. It's unconscionable. Equity is central to our COVID response. And the Vice President and I commit to making sure communities of color and rural neighborhoods, those living with disabilities and seniors, are not left behind in our vaccination plans. Look, our plan is as clear as it is bold. Get more people vaccinated for free. Create more places for them to get vaccinated. Mobilize more medical teams to get the shots in people's arms. Increase supply and get it out the door as soon as possible. This will be one of the most challenging operational efforts ever undertaken by our country. But you have my word that we will manage the hell out of this operation. But as I said last night, we need funding from Congress to make this happen. And I'm optimistic. I'm convinced the American people are ready to spare no effort and no expense to get this done. All these steps will take some time. It may take many months to get where we need to be. There will be stumbles. And yes, I know so much has already been asked of you. And when we're sworn in next week, we're going to ask you to keep the faith and keep following what we know works. One of our 100-day challenges is to mask up everyone. The day we're inaugurated, I'm going to ask you to mask up for the next 100 days. This is not a political issue. And I will issue an executive order to require masks where I have the authority to do that. And for federal workers and federal property, on interstate travel.
Again, folks, I've been seeing a lot of comments about all the hard work, all the statements that are being put out by the Biden team. So let me know what you think about that, because keep in mind that President-elect Biden is not officially president, although a week from today, he will officially be president. So on this channel, he will be referred to as President Biden. But, there's a clear emphasis on what we need to do going in because of the gravity of the situation. In the meantime, I'm seeing some reports that, Trump was pretty unhappy the day he was impeached, and he wanted to know who were the 10 Republicans who impeached him. So again, I'm seeing a lot of comments. You contrast that kind of an approach with this kind of an approach, which the country needs right now. So let me know what you think. I'm telling you what our viewers and what our subscribers are saying. Let me know what you think. Whether one thing that I think we can all agree on is we want the next administration to be successful, because if Biden is successful, we are successful as a country. So that is something that I think we can all get behind.
I'm so proud of my congresswoman right here in the state of Delaware, Lisa Brunt Rochester, trying to hand out masks while people are lying on the floor, huddled up, and a Republican colleagues refusing to put them on. What the hell's the matter with them? Result? At least 4 members of Congress to date, including a cancer survivor, now have COVID-19 who were in those rooms. For God's sake, wear a mask, if not for yourself, for your loved ones, for your country. These are real matters of life and death. We need you to stick with hand washing, social distancing, and avoid indoor gatherings with people outside your own household. We'll be a partner to the states and cities, so where things are working, we'll help do more of the good work. And when things can improve, we'll bring more resources to bear to get folks tested and vaccinated. I promise you, we're going to work closely with nonprofits and with the private sector, who we know all want to partner with us in this effort. The more people we vaccinate and the faster we do it, the sooner we can put this pandemic behind us. And the sooner we can build our economy back better.
Again, folks, let's leave politics aside for a second. The more people that get vaccinated, the faster we can get back on track economically. That is a fact. Again, whether you take the vaccine or not is not the point. The point is that the widespread distribution is important for us to get back on track, because there are estimates that we could get back on track by the end of the year, assuming the vaccination reaches certain critical thresholds. So, as a healthcare professional, I can tell you that the faster the distribution of the vaccine, the faster that people will want to get on planes, will go out to eat, the faster the economy will get back on track. So this is the right approach. I haven't heard anything like this recently from the existing administration. So this is encouraging, and let's hope that this does work out as planned. Oh, he finished. He didn't take any questions. He should have taken some questions. Not sure why President-elect Biden didn't take any questions, but that definitely would have been helpful. Right, I think so. Guys, we're watching live images. Everyone, we're seeing live images, and folks. I do have additional updates for you. Important updates about what President-elect Biden said. So I'll be sharing that with you as well. In fact, I'm about to share that with you right now. An important announcement from President-elect Biden that he just made about the vaccine. We're going to jump into it right now. So, folks, I can confirm, and you'll see this on your screen right now. President-elect Biden is going to deploy FEMA, National Guard, to set up COVID vaccine clinics across the United States. So I can actually confirm that right now, because that literally just happened. That was the announcement that Biden made just now. And the Biden administration will also quickly jumpstart efforts to make the vaccines available at local pharmacies across the country. So this means that you should be able to access it at a Walgreens, CVS pharmacy, Rite Aid close to you. And here's a quote from Biden. He said, "Here's the deal: the more people we vaccinate, the faster we do it, the sooner we can save lives and put this pandemic behind us and get back to our lives and our loved ones. We won't get out of it overnight, and we can't do it as a separated nation." So, as of this morning, everybody, more than 31 million doses of the vaccine have been distributed, but just over 12 million shots have been administered. So, the remaining shots have not yet been distributed. And Biden said he will invoke the Defense Production Act to, I quote, maximize the manufacture of vaccine and vaccine supplies throughout the country. In the meantime, let me take a look at some other news that has been coming in. So I think that I think that what we have right now, and by the way, he did talk about certain Republican lawmakers not wearing masks while they were isolated during the Capitol incident, which then led to Democrat lawmakers getting impacted by COVID. So he did talk about that as well, and he said what the HELL is the matter with them. That's what he said. So that's where things stand, everybody. I do have one more important alert for everybody. Give me just one moment while I pull that up for you, and then I can share that for you as well. So, folks, if you're learning something new here, please do me a favor. Give me a like. Please subscribe. Please enable notifications. I would really appreciate that. And Biden did say that things will get worse before they get better. So I think we now need to sort of prepare for what lies ahead. Let's jump into the. So this is what President-elect Biden said. Let me actually show you what he said. Let me get back to my screen and rearrange myself. Get me doing this. The magic of technology. I'm doing this in real time, and let's listen to what President-elect Biden had to say. Let me move myself to one side, zoom in a little bit, and let's hear what President-elect Biden had to say about things getting worse before they get better. Let's check this out together, everyone.
Clinical trial. The honest truth is this: things will get worse before they get better. I told you I'll always level with you. And the policy changes that we're going to be making are going to take time to show up in the COVID statistics. And they're not just statistics, it's people's lives. People getting infected today don't show up in case counts for weeks. Those who perish from this disease die weeks after exposure. So it will take time. But I know there are things we can do, and we can do them now. For example, the vaccines offer so much hope. And we're grateful for the scientists and researchers and everyone who participated in the clinical trials. We're grateful for the integrity of the process, the rigorous review and testing that's led to millions of people around the world already being vaccinated safely. But the vaccine rollout in the United States has been a dismal failure thus far. And in today's briefing, we discussed five things we'll do in an attempt to turn things around. 5 things to turn frustration into motivation. 5 things to help us meet our goal of 100 million shots by the end of our first 100 days in office. Some wonder if we're reaching too far for that goal. Is it achievable? It's a legitimate question to ask. Let me be clear. I'm convinced we can get it done.
So that's it, everybody. That was the important announcement from President-elect Biden. I'll keep you posted. If you learn something new, folks, please click like, please subscribe, please enable notifications. I would greatly appreciate that. I'm going to leave you with some important messages and I'm going to try and bring a smile to your face. So definitely watch these messages and some important trivia at the end. So stay till the end. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time. In case you're new to my channel, I encourage you to actually check out my video. This is my video. You'll learn more about who I am, what my journey has been like, and why you should listen to me. I have the fortune, the honor, the privilege of living the American dream. I am a proud patriot, and I can tell you that we live in highly unusual times, and I do want to share something with our community. For me, it's not about the red or the blue, it's about the red, white, and blue. I'm not Democrat, I'm not Republican, I'm American. Now, whenever I say something that is remotely anti-Trump because of the strong feelings that Trump elicits, I'm called a Democrat. Whenever I say something against House Speaker Pelosi or against President-elect Biden, which I will say in the future because they are bound to have missteps and make mistakes, I'm called a Republican. Our country is so unique, is so diverse, is so powerful that it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter whether we are Democrats or Republicans, and we should call out stuff as we see it. I promise you, I will call out both sides of the aisle, and that is what makes this channel not red, not blue, but about the red, white, and blue. We are not Democrats, we are not Republicans, we are all Americans, and we are all Americans first. We all want what's best for the country. Just because something is happening that is wrong on one side, you can't take something that's wrong on the other side to justify another wrong. This is not about comparing one wrong about the other. This is just about calling stuff out as we see it. And that is what I'm going to do on my channel. I will always tell you the truth wherever the truth might lead us. The truth is actually going to lead us in some good places, I believe, in 2021, but it's also going to lead us in some unsavory places. But I can promise you that I will tell you the truth because I have a lot of respect for my audience and I have a lot of integrity. I'm going to speak whatever I feel honestly about. I'm not going to try and toe the line when something is so dramatic that it requires someone to take a stand. I'm not going to try and get every sort of viewer because for me, honestly, this channel is a labor of love. I have businesses, I have real estate that essentially, gives me what I need. This channel is a labor of love. This channel is a byproduct of truth, byproduct of integrity. And hopefully, you're getting some value out of it. Remember, we release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. That's 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. If you want to get on our SMS alerts list, simply get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000. So send that message to the number 70000. You'll get added to our SMS alerts list going forward. You can also get added to our email list. Simply go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts. And then you can get added to our email list going forward. You can opt out of the SMS list or the email list at any point in time that you want. No worries about that. Once you're on our lists, you'll be able to get breaking news and alerts from us. You'll get important information about any training programs that we might release going forward. So make sure you get on our list. I would really appreciate that. If you learned something new from this video, please share this video with 2 friends or family members. That's 2 friends or family members. You'll always get a link to all of our resources in the description section below. So make sure you check out the description section below. Follow us on Instagram. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. So make sure to follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is also ignition_time. That's ignition_time. The unique thing about Twitter is you'll know in real time what I'm reading and you'll be able to see my retweets in real time. The unique thing about our Twitter community is it's growing very rapidly, and I encourage you to follow me on Twitter. Also, if you learned something new from this video, please click the like button. Please subscribe. Please enable notifications. I would really appreciate that. Please comment below. One of the things I'm especially proud about is our community. Our community is growing, it's respectful, it's bipartisan. So definitely comment below and become a part of our growing community. Thank you so much for watching. Please click like, please subscribe, please enable notifications. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time.